This is a Phantom Thoughts RPG a Day 2025 episode. For this year, for RPG a Day, I will attempt to use the prompts to create elements of an adventure module. So hopefully by the end of the month, I'll have everything you need that you put together party characters and go on an adventure. RPG a Day 2025, Day 24, Reveal. To reveal is to uncover or shed light on something formerly unknown. This can be the resolution of a mystery, discovery of unknown objects, lands, or truths, finding a true identity or a secret of the universe. These things can be things that were hidden, lost, or never before known. In an RPG, revealing something can lead to new lines of exploration by finding new locations or ways to access previously unreachable ones, or can change the objectives of the PCs by bringing to light the identity of motives of NPCs or monsters. The direction of a campaign can change on the betrayal of allies, finding the true enemy, recovering lost artifacts, or revelation of resources and power available to a party or their friends or foes. In this adventure, the revelation of the identity of the merchant's wife as a Lamia noble might provide such a turning point, or the knowledge of her god, her plans to bring it to this plane, and the influence that it's having on her. The motivations of the various factions can be revealed over the course of the adventure as the PCs gain their trust, or knowledge or access the PCs gain become more appealing to the various factions, and they reveal more of themselves. So I'm going to roll for a few of the factions that we have established so far on some tables from Mythic Bastionland. And these particular tables, they're sort of doubled up tables. They're D12 and there's 2 columns, so there's different categories within each different table that you can roll on. I'm going to be looking mainly at 4 of them: relationship, desire, task, and background. So let's pick one of those. This is a relationship. So we have state and connection. That's a D12 for each. So first, the state of the relationship for the mayor. It is tumultuous, and the connection is rival. So since the mayor position is elected in the city-state, this is probably someone that the mayor ran against in the last election. And this may well be someone that the mayor has been competing against since coming to the city-state and beginning to build a influence and a power base and seeking leadership role. So this is 2 people who have been butting heads for a long time, and they are now distinctly competitive, and it's gotten to where it's even very unhealthy the way that they're taking things. Maybe the mayor did some things in the last election that would be a little over the line, like drawing some attention to a rival's family drama or some sort of maybe illness of a close family member, and using that to insinuate that the rival would not be able to concentrate properly on the task of being a mayor. And now it's something that the depths to which they went to get information that they exposed in some kind of a whisper campaign, trying not to have it connected to them. They've gone to a great deal of trouble in the mayor to cover up what they did in competition for the election. So let's go next with the Thieves Guild, because I haven't really mentioned them much in this. And 2 on the table is desire, which is divided into ambition and motive. So the ambition is marriage. That's an interesting ambition for a Thieves Guild. And 6 is the motive, duty. Now this could very much fall into a 2 clans of Yakuza or Mafia, or something that might end up being along the lines of a Romeo and Juliet story, where 2 members of these 2 disparate groups that battle for leadership of the Thieves Guild are in love, and they're hiding it, and they have a duty to their families, but they want to get married. They want to be together. They even see not only their own personal relationship that would be best for them, but that maybe it would calm down some of the anger and hostility between the family and make the Thieves Guild stronger. So they are working separately to convince their families that a connection between the families would be in the best interest of both and for the guild as a whole, while at the same time maintaining this secret relationship so that hopefully their work within their family can consummate their love with a marriage. So let's go with the rival of the merchant that the Lamian noble married. We're going to roll on chart 4. That's background. So upbringing. The upbringing is an outcast, and memory is escape. Now we know that this town's mayor is elected. It's an elected office, and that the local militia have plans against the local nobility, trying to free the land from titled nobility and have a more democratic, that's probably not the term they would use in this world, but a more freedom for ordinary people, more influence for ordinary people. So it could be that this rival of the merchant was originally a member of the nobility, maybe a minor member, maybe at the time they were a child or a teen, and that merchant, in building their own company and building their own influence in the city, had a hand working with the local militia and some other groups, maybe including the mayor and their rival, to cast aspersions on the nobility, to reduce their influence, to turn the people against them, and to eventually get them somehow humiliated or overthrown, and they either left the city in humiliation, or they're still in the city state, but they don't have the influence that they once did. They're still landowners or something, so they still have some say, but they don't have the influence that nobility normally would. And now this person has returned after kind of learning a trade, being forced to learn a trade, and is seeking to use that to take down the merchant, to take over their territory, as it were, and to ruin them the way they felt they were ruined. So speaking of the local militia, let's try something with them. We get a 2 again. That's desire. So their ambition is heirloom, and the motive is revenge. So the secret here could be that the leader or leadership of the local militia had some sort of family item, family object. Perhaps it's an artifact of some sort, or some sort of a magical object anyway, that was seized by the nobility at an earlier time many years ago. And it may even have been done in some kind of a very casual and thinking way, just the nobility acting as nobility. We are the betters. We can do as we please with these lower castes, with these plebeians that we rule over. And if we see something of theirs we like, we will simply take it and call it ours, because we'll call it taxes, or we'll say that it's owed to us for some reason. And so this was taken from their family. Their family was maybe ruined by it or severely hurt by it. And now this person or these people have risen in the ranks of the leadership of the militia and have used their position to in turn oust the nobility. And maybe they're still seeking to regain this heirloom, and they may even be willing to turn against their stated goals and beliefs for the militia to cast out the nobility in order to get it back. So that could be a secret, both the reason why they rose to the rank, the reason why they are looking to overthrow the nobility and not what they're telling the people, as well as a secret from the rest of the militia that they would turn on them in a second to get this heirloom back. So I think that's a good collection to stop with here. I think these are certainly some interesting tables to use for this, and probably may use it for some of the others as well. But I hope you enjoyed that. pick up Mythic Bastion Land. And thank you for listening to Reveal Day 24 of RPG A Day 2025. The opening theme of this podcast was Strength of the Titans, and the closing music is Late Night Radio, both from Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0 license. If you have any thoughts or feedback, you can get in touch with me by leaving me a voicemail on my Google Voice number, 864-209-1441. That's 864-209-1441. Or through SpeakPipe at www.speakpipe.com/Phantom Thoughts. That's www.speakpipe.com/Phantom Thoughts. Or you can send me a message or an audio file on Discord, where I can be found the Pink Phantom, or through email, phantomthoughtspodcast@gmail.com. That's phantomthoughtspodcast@gmail.com. I don't have to play or read your feedback on the podcast if that is not your preference. Just let me know.